This is a follow-up video update to my Tuesday analysis video. So last night there was a bounce off this level 2816. Unfortunately, it happened while I was sleeping, therefore no trade was taken. So we'll show you what it looks like on the hourly chart. Now, had I been awake at this time and trading this would have been a valid trade to take. So where it happens is this: we've got price breaking above this level here that I've mentioned, and after that it comes back, retest this level, and here was my chance to enter. So it touches that level, give us an indecision candle followed by a bullish candle. This candle is not as strong as what I would have liked. Ideally, I wanted to see something that could close higher than the indecision candle. Nevertheless, it was a tradable setup. So the plan was, had I seen this, would have been to put a buy stop order a couple pips above these two candles here, just to get that extra confirmation. Stop would have been below that, and target I would always aim for at least a 2-to-1 target. So depending on how far that is, that might have been just missed or hit, not too sure. So I've missed the initial move. What I'm going to do now is I'm not going to be looking for a trade on the smaller time frame anymore. Instead, I'm going to be watching it on a larger time frame, perhaps 4 hours or back to the daily, to see if this level can actually hold today. And if that is the case, then I will make another plan looking to go long, coming back down again on the smaller time frame to see if there is a price action pattern that it can break. So my analysis always starts on the larger time frames, the weekly and predominantly the daily chart, and that's the time frames I always go back to do my overall analysis. Once I have a direction, once I know which way I want to trade, then I would go down to the smaller time frame, looking for opportunities where it gives me big reward versus little risk, and that's when I try to get into the trade based on what I can see on price action. So that's what's happening right now. Missed the initial move, and going back to the daily chart now to see if this can actually hold today. If it can, then that would be great. Then it means that this level can be seen as support, and that gives me a valid reason to then look for opportunities to go long again. So going back to Forex, so overnight this pair has made quite a big push up, and I've just rolled my stop as I said I would from my last video. It's now at half the size of what it used to be, and that's because price got quite close to my target. It was only about 30 pips away, so stop has been reduced, and it will stay here until price hits the target. If it gets really close and can't seem to be hitting it, I might reassess end of this week or perhaps early into next week to see if there is a reason to close out a trade at less than the target, or if there is a reason to have it open, continue to roll the stop up, perhaps to break even. One pair that has recently popped into my radar is EURUSD, and what has happened is, after last night's FOMC statement, this pair has broken a simple downward channel that I've drawn in. Right now, I don't really have a plan to trade this channel. I do find them very difficult versus horizontal support and resistance. However, because there is support here at 1.13, what I'm going to be looking for is perhaps if this now begins to roll back down, and say it comes back down, it might do that, comes back down to here, perhaps retest this channel, because I do see circumstances where a channel is broken and it does get retested. So this is where I would be interested in taking a look at a long trade. So if that does happen, then I will be focusing on that, but it has to be above support at 1.1300. So if that does happen, we'll be looking for a long trade, and hopefully that does that. So we'll continue to watch this and see how it goes.